Welcome back. We are us, and this so last episode was much longer than I had intended. It got very busy. There's a whole thing out in the marsh area that we have to solve, and it's part of it is here in town, and then to actually get that done, we have to go visit the monastery. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Everything here is dead, and it should stay dead, and I'm guessing until we return to the APC. Let me see. So that's where that's where the mystery is. It's under there, but we have to go this way, which is just going to be a whole thing. Right, something over here killed me, so I want my revenge. I told that thing my story. It agrees I should get revenge. We're not going to go through that thing, though. For now, I'm going to avoid whatever that's supposed to be. I know it's related to the time anomaly business, but I have no idea what's going to happen, so... Who was the Andy that killed me, anyway? It has been 2, 3, maybe... Yeah, about 3 days since we last played this, so... And then the heavies charge only. They aren't exactly their own separate attack. I don't know what the key is here. These guys are all connected, and they have a... They feature a haze I haven't seen before, or that they've seen yet. I guess we have to go this way, right? We have to be careful, because I would like to not end up in the drink for, I'm guessing, the 3rd time now? You saw that, right? The game wants it so badly. It's willing to sabotage me. That is actually really annoying. I'm pretty sure this is the guy. He didn't kill me exactly. I don't like that. So, the deal is, crap, this is really annoying. I wasn't aware it was this bad. So what's going on is, I'm currently using what do they call the goddamn things? Bloodied plushie. Do we have anything that tells us who this belongs to? There's literally... Are these the Sabinian people that were strung up, or are these the Palamites, I think they're called? Uh. Oh, that's... Okay, so these two have haze as well. We didn't do so well against the last one with haze. Oh, right. So, I got I believe it's a modem from Xfinity, one of their own. And currently that's what we're using for the internet connection, because my router is basically just it is at the end. The Wi-Fi has been crashing. The Wi-Fi from it was crashing, and not crashing necessarily. It was just too inconsistent. Like, one moment, my phone would be connected to the Wi-Fi. The next, it would be looking for a Wi-Fi signal. I can't have that. It's annoying. So I now, of course, having the modem from Xfinity isn't necessarily related to the Wi-Fi from the router being bad, but it's just another extra detail. Come on, go ahead and do it. I really don't like this. I don't know what I'm seeing here. There's a field there. Oh. That was another time loop guardian, as you will have seen. Okay, I don't want to use any of my healing items because, honestly, it just isn't that necessary if I play well. The router itself is mostly because I like to keep my internet bill as low as possible. So, no, it's the modem. I did not expect him. God dang it. I realize now I should have distracted him. It's fine. Everything else is dead, just like I want. So, all we have to do is, well, attend to that particular issue properly this time. But the issue was I just want to keep my bill as low as possible, and having a router was part of a deal that helps me do that. So, as much as I hate the idea of filtering my internet traffic through their own device, until I have the money to get my own, I freaked out a little bit because the water looked deep. But until I have the money to get my own modem, I have to use theirs, and it's not great. It does come with 6G, which is kind of retarded since not one of my devices can actually utilize that. Oh, right. We also have the... I don't want to go... Would it work? Would he remain stunned long enough for me to actually kill him? Yes. I forgot the part where that also does, where the charge itself also does damage. This guy's got haze, which is super great. That's a thing you could do? Well, that was never talked about in the little explanation they gave for how Hayes... Yeah, how Hayes and Andy pairs worked. They never said you could stagger the Andy so he does literally nothing while you tackle the Hayes, and then come back to him and one-shot him. Anyway, the entire internet deal, that is the sound of a time loop guardian. But yeah, as you can see, the modem itself is not particularly great. It's Not the modem. It's the no, it is modem. I mean, it's probably better than the one I had, but in all the time that we've played all of the games just this year, let's say, there have not been that many consistent performance issues. Who the frick are you? What are you even photographing? The hermits. So he's got a shot of haze on the left, a porcelain Andy on the bottom right, and I think that's a spider Andy up top.
Knew they were coming. Demons. All in the cards, see? I watched them like a hawk. What's going on to the south? Who knows? All connected. Got to find the pattern. Been taking notes, pictures, cataloging. All on the wall there. Can't leave, though. Can't leave. Government dogs waiting in the weeds. Want my research. Need a zoom lens. Yes, staying right here. Need close-ups for the wall.
Okay. The inquiring eye. Also, there's a car. It isn't too far from here, whose trunk is locked. I wonder if this guy has the key. Two sniping Andys. I'm betting they're paired with a haze. I mean, the trick works with one. And back to full health. Yeah, I like that a lot better, especially considering how vulnerable they are immediately, well, during the summoning and just after. I really don't like how this thing is performing. So, let's see. Yeah, they're definitely connected. And then we've got a puzzle here. Okay. That was a lot messier than I had intended it to be. I have no idea what this is supposed to look like. All we've got is that face up there. Oh, good. We're near the monastery. That's where we want it to be. Looking for any clue as to what that puzzle solution might be. If it were just two pillars, I could... If it were just two pillars, I could force it by trying every possible combination, but not with four. That's just... The number of combinations makes that unfeasible. I don't really like the look of that. I would like to...
There's nothing for you here. Head to Jova, if you can.
That's kind of upsetting. Alright, I'm a fan of the back door anyway, so... I'm going to avoid risking drowning for no reason. Also, this is the opposite way of wherever the convoy went with the civilians. If there is a rear entrance to the definitely needed that. Now we just need one more. Maybe the issue that it's having is that I cranked up the settings. Basically, I cranked up the streaming settings for this to the max because the entire deal I got with the internet is for unlimited. So I figured, why the frick not? And I think it's 22 megabits per second or something at max. I don't remember. It's not a low amount though. Thought I heard Time Loop Guardian noises, but no. Crap. You guys wouldn't mind letting me backdoor you, would you?
The Abbey is closed. Official AAF business.
This place is off limits. I suggest you turn around.
Bronze Eye. An ancient, elegant bronze cast idol shaped like an eye. There's no way that's for the trunk of that car. I don't remember. Granted, it was days and days ago, but I don't remember anything. I didn't see this before. This upsets me. You can't show me loot and then not let me have it. So now I have to remember that's there too. We still need one more of those handles before we can begin with the mystery. Good lord. I would try to turn down the streaming settings, but then I'd have to close the game, pause the recording, do all of that stuff, and then restart everything. It's just not really worth it. So no clue for that thing. I guess so. We need to go north from the Abbey. On the road, which breaks there. So we have to cross here. Crazy old man needs a zoom lens as well, so you're looking mighty tasty there, bud. Close can I get? Full health, baby. I was sure I was going to throw, but it all comes together. Right now, I can't get to those two without passing by the... He's a Time Loop Guardian, too. I suspect nothing will happen when I walk past the giant pulsating black mass, but if you can avoid angering God, wouldn't you? And we've got a sniping Andy. And Hayes. And then a blocking Andy. Missed the timing though, so I suck. Hold on. That guy doesn't have haze. Good for me. Why is this guy's haze just out? Wasn't there... There was a picture on the guy's board of someone with their haze out. Or an Andy with its haze out. I couldn't see the Andy itself, though. Or at the very least, I wasn't looking closely enough to gather those details. Where the frick is this? AAF bombardment orders. Cool. Okay, since I'm recording the next episode directly after this, I'm going to go ahead and change the streaming settings. There's no real need for them to be as high as they are. That one's got his haze out too, though. Wonder what that thing over there is. I'm really hoping that it's just the streaming settings being too high for whatever reason. I mean, it's not like the PC is connected to the internet by Wi-Fi. It does need a new Ethernet cable. So that could be something. Because one part of the Ethernet cable is frayed. Martial lineage. Alright. Was able to block that. I did those extra hits just to get the healing pulse ramped up, because I don't know if healing pulse builds off of that execute or not. Even though it's not really an execute, it only deals significant damage. Regardless, I don't know if it charges the healing pulse or not, so... Third one is here. Are there more? This is not charged. I think I know what kind of puzzle this is. This one is doable. It's probably that one and then this one, but we'll see. Is there a fifth one? Or is it just a matter of speed? I guess it was a matter of speed. Martial lineage. Guess that doesn't show up. Yeah, this is good deeds. That doesn't make sense for it to be there. Here we go. Captain's office hasn't been dealt with yet. Door. Wow, it was replete with information on the nature of the mystery, where it led. Oh. Which are you? Okay. We needed those, for sure. Now we have 2 more left. I remember there were 3, and one of them was already done. Rage Suppressor weak. Not particularly interesting because it's a consumable. Roach, however. Roach of Terror. Dreadful Verve. Damage absorption for 5%. Endurance bonus of 500 and a stamina regen bonus of 50%. Remaining undamaged. Oh, that's not good. I really wish it was more like if you haven't taken damage within the past, I don't know, minute, 2 minutes, even as much as 3. 5 is silly. Don't be like that. I'm not a huge fan of those. Though you can full heal using the healing pulse, which would keep you in a state of what it would consider being undamaged. So even if you screwed up, you could get back to being undamaged. So it's not terrible in this game, or in this kind of game. Well, no, I was right, in this game. In other games where healing is much more costly, limited, yeah, the undamaged stuff I don't particularly care for, but here it might be better. So we've got the Proud Father's letter. Dear Eric, I am pleased to learn that your training is progressing well. Master Fatalis is challenging and stern, but always fair. He demands the best of his students, and you will learn a great deal under his tutelage. Remember that combat is not everything. A warrior's mind must be as sharp as his weapon. Be diligent in your efforts. Whatever comes of this, know that you have a proud father. Oh! And it comes just like me, with a new weapon. The Limbic Greatsword. It has a 3-hit combo, the last hit dealing twice the damage of the previous one. Okay, so you want that third hit. The first one is nothing, the second one's good, but the third is everything. Limbic Theft is 25%, its parry agility is low, its attack speed is, as you would expect, also low. Wrapped Candle. A thick candle wrapped in waxed paper. It bears a candle and book emblem. Fall Guard Armor, Guard Field Armory, belonging to the unwavering 4th Detachment, the Iris of Rage. That must hurt. The Iris of Rage is detached. You should get that looked at. Is mine? Yeah, I actually have to equip it. Yeah, we'll replace that, because why not? It's our defensive gear. While grievously wounded, your stamina cost is reduced. That's why it wasn't working. I think it was last episode or the one before. It might have been the one before, while I was still inside of that one building. I remember I was complaining about this thing not actually reducing stamina costs. Meanwhile, its limbic power was described, and being the idiot that I am, I failed to read it, and thus discern the fact that it doesn't actually work unless you're grievously wounded, which I'm assuming is around 25 to 33% of your health. It would suck for it to be at 10% or less, or require it at 10% or less. Remaining undamaged will reduce the amount of damage you take. I don't know how damage absorption works, so that's just a stat that exists. Protection bonus? I don't know how that works either. They're basically the same, except this requires me to be at full health, which is a lot easier and, frankly, safer. Have any other things worth looking at? We dealt with Graham's head already. Maybe I should have taken a look at the symbols that were on the pillars before immediately giving up on it, now that I think about it. I don't have any relics yet. We're working on it. now we have a little bit of color. Granted, it'll do absolutely nothing for us, but that was never the point. So, two with their... Ooh, I don't like that. So we've got a sniper, two sniper Andys, a spider Andy, and... I was going to consider changing blocking Andy to fat Andy, but that's just rude. And I'm not rude. Right now. So, I could rush this guy and try to beat him down. So Spider Andy's going to be an aggressive issue, and I want to try to keep that building between me and the snipers, and probably between all of the others, in fact. I'm wondering if I can actually get in there. Okay, so let me swap to healing, just in case. I'm not going to use the greatsword yet, because that would be dumb, considering I don't know how it feels yet. So I'm going to stick with the dual axes. Having your maximum stamina tied to your current health is absolutely brutal. We go back this way. Granted, I wouldn't have died if I didn't suck. So, there's also that. I mean, that contributed some. Wait, isn't the puzzle nearby? I do want to actually take a look at that. It's across... Is it across this? No, that's... that. It was over here. I am not familiar with these symbols at all. This one is this one has a completely different marking, so I don't know what these are for. I might need a fourth one, or I have all of them. I don't know for certain. Dotted cartwheel, solid and dotted V shape. U shape. Why? Okay, so there's a U shape and a V shape. Got it. These don't have anything to do with this. I have no idea. I have no idea how they might be connected. I wish I had some sort of a clue. If I had a clue at all, I might be able to piece the rest of it together, but even attempting, I'd just be shooting in the dark, and even if I hit something, I wouldn't know. So let's go avenge ourselves, and I was looking for a target to use the distraction on, but there was just way too much going on at the time. I don't know what that field it's creating does, but I used the distraction in order to buy myself time to get to it before the thing reset. Well, let me go ahead and save while I'm over here. Oh. That is... So, I'm not sure if it's a spear or a javelin you would throw. So this has to be a spear. It's not an axe. Yeah, it's definitely a spear because its attack speed is B. So it has a 4-hit combo, the last hit dealing the most damage, third dealing second most. It's got 600 limbic energy. Ooh, a new drone module. Whirlwind. Tap mechanic. Lock-on isn't required. A 3-minute cooldown and 90 damage per hit. Unit spins the user. An extended weapon will cause extension damage to proximate limbic entities. Well, let's go ahead and install that. Yeah, I like that on that, but I'm not a fan of it having a 3-minute cooldown, but if it's good, it'll be fine. For now, crap, I want to test my new weapons, getting them on the path towards being rank 4. One of these guys is a time loop guardian. 2 sniping Andes and a blocking Andy. They don't appear to have haze, so it would basically come down to choosing one to distract. I don't know what that is. That's restoring limbic charges or limbic energy. He's full of health, which is super bad. Let's wait for the distraction to charge. But at least we have an answer for when we have that many enemies on us. We can use the spin with a long reach weapon. Preferably high damage. Closer to these two. I don't want to accidentally hit this guy once he's distracted. Also, apparently the state that they end up in, I don't know what to call it. Once that white bar is empty, that is only temporary. At least, I guess, I don't know if it's until the haze is summoned again or what, but that state is only temporary, so. It does charge the healing pulse. I don't know how much, but it does. I wish I had a Vendetta cleared pop-up, but instead I get to stick stuff into this thing. So, one for thee. Does it have to match? I mean, that's the right marking. Wait. The drone translates. The drone translation at the bottom offers a clue as to where they're supposed to be used. This doesn't go here. The Crystal Lake of the Mountain. Is it referring to something in the Abbey, maybe? That's upsetting. I go out of my way to commit porcelain genocide, and I don't even get a reward. Okay, so what else is out here? That was rough. If it weren't for the wall over there, that really, really would have been, honestly, probably too difficult for me to realistically deal with. At least at this point. And even then, I still had to use a med kit in order to just not get not get sent back to the save point. Which is sad beyond all measure, honestly. I'd like an explanation for this. What the frick are these things doing up here? I highly doubt this is new and they've just always been there, but there are more in there. Why? Anyway. Sure are a lot of you. Oh, that's not good. And neither is that spin, by the way.
Hey!
Whoa!
Over here! In the maintenance room!
Chill out, buddy.
Hey! Help! Over here! In the maintenance room! Hey! Help! Over here! In the maintenance room!
I am not a fan.
Hey! Help! Over here! In the maintenance room!
I am not a fan of the great sword. It is. If the enemy doesn't flinch,
Hey! Help! Over here! In the maintenance room!
if the enemy doesn't flinch, and most of them don't, or when they do, they then just get super armor and it just doesn't matter anymore. If they don't flinch, a slow, albeit hard-hitting weapon is an awful choice.
Hey! Help! Over here! In the maintenance room!
Anything to get him to stop saying that goddamn line. You know, anything but actually helping him. Since he was being annoying.
Thanks for the help. Wait, that necklace. You must be one of his friends.
Who are you?
I'm Victor Gaz. I left over to look for my mentor Vitalis. My ears are still ringing from that damn explosion. The trucks must have driven over a mine or something. I pulled Lieutenant Rue out just in time. We're the only survivors. The explosion must have attracted the creatures. We hid in here until I could figure out a way back to Jova.
Who is Vitalis?
Vitalis is the blacksmith of Jova. I've been his apprentice for many years. I was an idiot to think I could go look for him. Recently, some agents came for him. You know, black suits, shades. Let's just say they didn't seem like the type to fuck around. Listen, maybe we could help each other. Take the key to Vitalis' home. I found a locked door in the basement, but couldn't figure out how to open it. Maybe you'll have better luck than I did. I'll come join you later. I need to make sure the lieutenant can make it back to Jova. I'll find a way to avoid the creatures.
What creatures? You have a clean way home. Well, such as it is. Granted, it's not your home. Well, no, he was living there as an apprentice, right? So, yeah, it's basically home. The way home is as safe as it can possibly be, so long as you don't fall into the water. Then we talk about the weapons.
Do you know what these weapons are?
Not here. We'll talk about it later when we get back to Jova.
Okay. Fine, have it your way, I guess. Typically, I am a fast weapon kind of guy because I like being able to suddenly stop attacking and avoid taking damage, whether that's by dodging or blocking. Slow attacking weapons really don't allow for that. Granted, I say that, and yet when I played through Lies of P, one of my favorite weapons to use was a slow weapon. It was a. I really wish I could remember the name of it, but it's been probably years since I played it. God, I need to find that thing's key. And so, all I remember is that it was like a giant wheel or something. It was absolutely great. I absolutely adored that weapon. Okay, I remember being up here before. We did pick up that one thing. I don't imagine. Forest. This teddy bear goes to the guy who's drinking himself to death, doesn't it? Why'd you pull the sword out? There's nothing to fight here. Oh, I could put it away myself. That's right. Anything else up here worth having, or anything from this vantage point worth seeing? That's where the crazy old guy's place is. I want to make sure I don't miss any signs of items. I've killed everything except for those porcelain Andes over there. No, that's not true. There's still another spider Andy somewhere over there. Trying to keep an eye out for any glowing, while also trying to avoid drowning. These guys are connected. Let's see if we got any worthwhile information on it. None. The marshes. Neat. Ooh, let's go touch this. Okay, there are some more Andes out here that need killing. You know, that only works once, right? Really? No porcelain Andes this time. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Thankfully, it isn't even that far. I have to admit, I am not really a fan of this weapon. And I botched the heal. I think that was the last one. It's never made a sound like that before, anyway. Hey there. You are an agile bastard, aren't you? I remember seeing an item at the end of a... I don't know if it was a dock or a broken bridge like one of these, near a cluster of porcelain Andes. These guys, in fact. Somebody's eager. I hate that. Another issue is that I keep forgetting my dodge is not on my... If it were an Xbox controller, it would be A. I am really not used to the tempo of these two weapons. Anyway, let's get what's ours. That was not worth it. I think that's pretty much everything that was out here. I'm going to say no. I'm just going to go ahead and avoid crossing large bodies of water. Since this one's level 1, we'll put it back for now. And botch the goddamn heal. What's going on over here? Porcelain Andes. Okay. That... My God! That is extremely annoying. Yeah, me too. Nice.
No one is allowed in or out of Jova. Go back to the town.
Oh, we weren't aware.
Hang on. Ethnic cards, please. Shoot them! No one is allowed in or out of Jova. Go back to the town.
Oh, we weren't aware.
Hang on. Ethnic cards, please. Shoot them! No one is allowed in or out of Jova. Go back to the town.
Oh, we weren't aware.
Hang on. Ethnic cards, please. Shoot them!
I have no idea what we do
No
here.
one is allowed in or out of Jova. Go back to the town.
Oh, we weren't aware.
Hang on. Ethnic cards, please. Shoot them!
I mean, if I had kept walking away from the drone, I might have just been able to walk away from it. I don't know how the time loop is supposed to work. Apparently you need something, and I don't have it. So... I'm kind of annoyed. I was expecting. That's not the kind of violence I was expecting. We'll figure it out. Not this episode, but we'll get there. Right now, I want to go stick a handle in a door. She loves it when I call her that, by the way. Where is it? Just in case. You never know what you never know. Did these guys need something? I don't remember.
I still can't believe what happened. We grabbed what we could. I'm almost out of metformin.
Okay, so...
How the hell did you find us? Our CO, Lieutenant Root, and now we're stuck here. No way in hell.
Sad cop radio. Okay, you see the icon right on top of this thing? Well, at the top of it. That's the same icon on all three of the handles that we have, actually. Or, I don't know if they're handles or keys, but they're going in. So this door was an entirely separate thing from the whatever those are supposed to be. Faded blueprints. An aged scrap of parchment with faded, almost illegible blueprints. fingerprints of some kind. Brooch of ecstasy, delectable recovery. Limbic regen, 10 per second, while grievously wounded. So, we'll never see that one again. Neat. Wasted 2 handles. Alright. Let's head back to town and give a drinking man... Teddy? I was going to go with something grim, but I chose not to at the last moment. Partly because I couldn't figure out how to properly shape the sentence, but for the most part it was going to be dark. And I just didn't want to do that, so here we are. Wish I had more information on how time loops worked. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen the symbols on those 4 pillars out there. But I just don't remember seeing them. Like, I don't even have a wisp of a memory of seeing them anywhere. I need to go to the monastery to get alcohol to give the other drink. There's another drunk. He's one of these soldiers. To give a drunk Sabinian so I can get the key from him to go into the captain's office in order to, well, loot it. This guy wants another piece of music. I mean, the monastery is as good as any place that you're going to possibly find. By the way, where is the guy we spoke to a little while ago back at the tunnel? Where is he supposed to end up? I'd love to know that. Oh, this is your place. I'm looking for any hints I can get. Oh, this is Vitalis's place. So yeah, the captain's office is the much bigger place out there. I don't know where to start looting. Oh, right, he did mention the basement, so we'll do that last. Let's start here. Keys to a car. A set of car keys with a toy car keychain. Victor's Vigil. Good deed started. Wait, before we do any of this, let's find the drinking guy. The guy that used to be a father. Don't know where. Victor's Vigil. You know anybody by the name of Victor? Ernest, Rebecca. This little girl. Okay, so the keys probably go to him. Rebecca's up there. Even have anything for her? No. That leads up to Rebecca. That leads down to where that giant door is that we're turning the handles for. We still have 2 more sets of switches before that door will open. I am not incredibly confident that we will find them. I want to, though. That goes up to the captain's office. Where's this guy's house at? Pretty sure. This is where I found the note that said it's... The proof is in plain sight. It doesn't mention proof of what specifically. So. Let's assume it to be the ramblings of a madman and leave it at that. At least for now. So he should be in here. I like to leave other people's doors open.
You want to join me? There's plenty of food. He's watching his fam. He waits. What the hell is this shit? This was his favorite toy. He carried it wherever he went. Thank you for returning it. Now that I have something of his to hold on to, please take his picture away. I can't look at him anymore. The guilt and shame. It's unbearable. Thank you. I don't know how I'm supposed to carry on after this. All of us deserve something better.
Classroom picture. A picture of primary school children with their teacher, obtained from Thomas Kuhn in Chova Akasha Marshes. What the frick am I supposed to do with that? Can't rotate it or anything. See nothing noteworthy going on in this photo. Why was I given this? Wait, isn't that teacher? I know she's on the side where the soldiers are, but I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything, no matter how small or ultimately involved. Definitely not that one. No matter how small or worthless I was going to say. But I saw something glowing that I can interact with. It's you, right?
Huh. This takes me back. It seems like a lifetime ago now. I can't change what I've done. I never thought I was capable of such things, that I had so much anger inside me. Thank you for the picture. It's reminded me that I was a decent person once. It's given me hope that one day I could become that person again.
see. It was actually. But she's not on here. There's the drunk guy. Okay, the last thing we do is we'll raid Vitalis' home, see what's what, figure out where the frick Victor ended up, and then we'll end the episode. I know this is going on way longer than it should have, by the way. Nothing can be done about that. Right, hold on. There's another thing we have. What's this for? Found us in Jova. Evacuation of Tulsi was hectic. A few weeks after we arrived, came under siege by Assyrian forces, occupied the town, removing everyone out in the morning. Henry. But we don't have anything that shows us just random people we've met, or at least spoken to.
It's just I was stationed.
That guy doesn't even have a name. He wants booze, so that letter wasn't for him. I'd have to wander around and look for someone that mentions a wife and daughter. That's going to be an issue for another time. Since when was that door? When I get open. You'll have to wait, though. For now. Family picture. A framed picture of a young boy in a soapbox car. I have yet to see anything with the same markings as on those pillars, by the way. A framed picture of a young man and his pregnant wife. There's the soapbox car for the picture. Why not? Note, revenge. Vitalis, you remember the book you gave me when I became pregnant? It was a play from the outside. You had bought it from a smuggler. I remember a particular passage that aptly captures my newfound feelings toward you. I'll never pause again, never stand still, till either death hath closed these eyes of mine, or fortune given me measure of revenge. Until we meet again, Vitalis. It appears his mother wrote that. Framed picture of a mother playing with her infant son. Seems like he did it. Something. It's got the wrong marking on it. So I don't have one for this either. And this requires two. We'll deal with that in a second. We did pick up 3 pictures, so I'm assuming it has to do with those. Probably in order of occurrence. So, start with this. Wait, that's... Huh? What? That's upsetting. That's gotta be first. It does give you shapes as clues, though. I guess it's just 3217. We found another keypad somewhere else, didn't we? See any numbers in there. Let's take a look at it. Oh, right. We have it down here. It's dirty in the picture. Got it. limbic locks. To all brothers and sisters of the Vigil, we have made great progress in deciphering the ancient-looking mechanism used by the enigmatic Order of the Eye. We believe what lies beyond these mechanisms may well provide answers that have eluded us for centuries. To unlock the mechanism, a specific set of keys must be inserted into all available slots. These keys are long rectangular rods that the Order appears to have hidden in strategic locations across India. Each rod is hued based on its limbic sphere and carries an inscribed symbol. Thus, to unlock a mechanism, each slot requires a specific key. The key's hue and symbol must match the slot. May your vigilance never falter. Signed, Gustave Latom. And we got one with a drippy head. The limbic rod of grief. This belongs to the coffer of the wistful marshes of the lost. Yeah, so this is for the coffer of the Crystal Lake of the Night. So that one definitely belongs to the... Well, that one. A new glyph acquired. Perfect guard. Limbic energy suffuses around you, reducing endurance loss when blocking a hit. Okay. No lock-on required. Costs 150 limbic energy, but you lose 33% less guard stamina. And it lasts 45 seconds. Then we have the Glyph of Lingering Pain. A pool of deep sorrow unfurls around you, inflicting lingering damage to affected limbic entities. You have to charge it. No lock-on required, and it costs 190 limbic energy, dealing upwards of 90 damage a second for a total of 7 seconds. Then we have Rage Spike. A pointed lance of calcified rage erupts from your weapon and blazes toward your target, detonating upon impact. The use mechanic is tap, doesn't require a lock-on. Costs 190 limbic energy and deals 520 damage with a 5-meter explosion radius. Now that's some damage and some range I can get behind. Then we have Frightful Ambush. You spawn a pool of pure terror energy that can be activated at will, leaving the seized limbic entities in dreadful pain. It's a set and trigger, so it's a trap. No lock-on, costs 190, deals 510 damage with a 5-meter explosion radius. And then we have the Glyph Delirium. Acute delirium swells and grips limbic entities in front of you, eroding their stance. I don't hate that. Tap mechanic, no lock-on required. 230 limbic energy is its cost, and it deals only 100 stance damage. I'd have to see what that looks like. This game also got a 10-meter radius, which is worth noting. Acquire at least one glyph of each limbic sphere. what's old is new again, I guess. Considering we found this. Well, we did get it from something we only had a chance of actually unlocking. But it's not like it was that hard of a puzzle to solve, so. Brothers and sisters of the Vigil, the journalist has arrived. Meet at the Weeping Night as planned. Signed A. Letter of warning. Vitalis, it has become abundantly clear to me that we are being systematically hunted. This is more than mere coincidence. Entire chapters are going silent. You know how I feel about this business with the journalist. We've never been so vulnerable. Now is not the time to be bringing in outsiders. More than ever, be vigilant, brother. Your friend, Damien. Or Demain, if you're feeling like it. Because why not? It's definitely for this. We only have one. I was going to put, the entire point of me going back to it was that I was going to go ahead and put that one key in, but then I just think to myself, and then what? For a moment I entertained the idea that it would be possible that we might not even remember if this coffer was here. But the odds of that would be slim, considering that they give hints at the bottom as to where they're meant to go. So,
Hey, I made it back. Come and see me when you're done.
You're just, you know, there's a. Okay, whatever, I guess. I've come to see you. I see you. There's something in there, and I want that now. I don't want it anymore. Training ground. Victor. I've always respected your moral objection to martial training. Should you ever change your mind or simply wish to evaluate your handiwork, there exists an inveterate training facility used by generations of vigils right here in Akasa Marshes. You can find the entrance below Monument Hill. The pillars ensure entrants must wield a limbic weapon. Counterclockwise from the northeast. Must wield a limbic weapon. Counterclockwise from the northeast. It's not. I want to say that's not particularly helpful. That's what those pillars were out there. How is that here?
Thanks for helping us in the tunnel. I left Lieutenant Rue at the outpost. I'll check in on her later.
Outpost. I don't know what that's supposed to be.
Any luck figuring out how to open the door in the basement? I looked everywhere for the code.
Yep, got that. Let's start off with the creature, see if he knows anything.
Vitalis had a relapse a while back. I helped him through it. He let a few things slip out, though. It didn't make much sense then, but I started connecting the dots when I crossed the marsh. He spoke of these creatures. He said that they were coming. He called it the calamity. He said they were the physical manifestation of malevolent human emotions, and war was their doorway into our world. I figured it was the alcohol talking. I sure as hell believe him now.
All right.
What are these weapons?
They're called limbic weapons. Vitalis told me that they were intricately tied to this country's history. He taught me how to repair and enhance them. But to do so, I need limbic shards. And Vitalis wouldn't tell me where the shards come from. He kept a small stash hidden behind the red toolbox. Go get it, and I'll show you what I can do.
Okay, so you can now visit Victor to create and upgrade limbic equipment. Neat. Okay, that's limbic rod grief Y. So, don't mind me, just going to make a quick stop. I haven't even looked at the rod, but I'm just going to go ahead and assume that, as usual, I am always right. Also, I was just going to drop down here. It's not that far, is it? Yeah, I could have just, if it would have allowed me, I could have just walked off the edge and ended up down here faster. I'm just going to go ahead and assume, yeah. Get in there. Oh. Open sesame. New glyph acquired. Limbic mending. You are bathed in limbic energy, healing you in the process. You have to hold the button to use it. It costs 130 limbic energy a second, healing you for 1,000 health per second. Okay. That is... Wait, speaking of which, I got all of these things and didn't put a single one on. Active relic. That's not what they are. So... I know they're not defensive gear. So how do these things even work? I might not even be able to put them on. Yeah, it's... If I had to guess, it would be that. Yeah, that's that. Didn't want to do that, but that's where we are now. We'll try giving him the key after we're done talking to him. Dealing with the whole upgrading tutorial.
Any luck figuring out how to open the door?
What is going on with Abbot Jaffer?
When I left to find Vitalis, they kept him in a small house in the center of town, exposing him like that in the open. Captain Voss wants to send a message to whoever remains in Jova. I'll find a way to get him some water when the guard is distracted. It's all I can do for him. Whatever Captain Voss wants from Abbot Jaffer, he won't stop until he gets it.
Any idea what Captain Voss is up to?
My best guess is that he's thieving. Be careful when dealing with Voss. Men like him are unpredictable, which makes Voss very dangerous. I'm only alive because I'm useful to him. Thanks Etheris, too. Otherwise, I'd be dead or, worse, shipped off to a prison camp.
What do you know about the Vigil?
Vitalis told me about the Vigil, but not in detail. Before he left, he promised to explain everything upon his return.
What do you make of this note?
Vitalis never mentioned a journalist. I know where the Weeping Knight is, though. It's in the Vissa Hills. It's a large statue of a Sabinian knight holding another fallen in combat. I'm surprised it's still around, considering it's in the Palamist province. It's nestled under a large weeping willow tree. People often light candles and leave pictures of their loved ones at the foot of the statue.
Vissa Hills.
Do you know the woman in the pictures?
Whoever she is, she seems to be a painful memory. Vitalis became angry whenever I asked about her, and he would shut me out completely. So I dropped it.
You know anything about this necklace?
Vitalis has one too, though it's not quite the same. I noticed some of his friends wore similar ones around their necks. They call themselves the Vigil. I think they're made of limbic shards like your weapons, but I'm not sure. The weapons, the necklaces, and the Vigils are all connected somehow. I guess Vitalis left out some lessons.
Can you tell me more about Vitalis?
Vitalis was haunted by the past and anxious about the future. He was often away, sometimes for months at a time. After seeing the destruction of the war and the creature's sudden appearance, I now understand why he was so preoccupied.
I guess we'll ask just to make sure there's nothing left to discover.
Can you tell me more about yourself?
When I met Vitalis, I was in a very dark place. If it wasn't for him, chances are I'd either be a criminal or dead, face down in a ditch somewhere. But Vitalis saw something in me. He gave me focus, discipline, and skills. Skills that would one day serve a great purpose.
Okay, yeah, so Vissa Hills is a completely separate area. Crap. I've been everywhere that I can go here. Well, before we do anything else. Wait, so what about the keys? That doesn't belong to him, so that's weird.
Need upgrades?
Imbue defensive gear, weave limbic consumables. Using limbic shards, these constructs evolve and designed with order scholars combat the limbic threat. Oh, we did get a blueprint, didn't we? I wonder if that would... No. Browse Victor's records of all known limbic glyphs, dutifully preserved by the Vigil over generations. Should they be discovered, they can be inscribed into limbic weapons of a matching sphere to grant unique abilities. Neutral glyphs can be inscribed into all weapons. Having something like this will always be handy, but I can't do anything yet. Would like to get rid of these duplicate weapons I have. For now, ooh, we can change the weapon sphere. It doesn't have any stat-based effects. However, it will affect what sort of... what were they called? Glyphs we can put on them. I wonder if we're limited to how many of each glyph we can use, or is it just if we have it, we can apply it to as many weapons as we can get? I need to look at the glyphs then, figure out where we want to go. What do we want to do? A projectile? I don't know. Maybe we go with terror for the axe, for the dual axes. Probably going to regret the idea, but
I've outdone myself this time.
I don't want to just go throwing shards away. It's hard work getting those. Where do we... Ecstasy erodes their stance. This is the projectile. This is the pool of damage over time. This is the trap and the mobility skill. I wonder if the skills can interrupt your attack, which would in that case make the glyph of recoil, I believe it was called, extremely useful for when I need to cancel an attack. I'll just go with this.
The Taoists would be proud.
I mean, that's the pole arm. That thing was absolutely morphed by the rage sphere. Sword of grief. I guess. Yeah.
I'm good.
Then I need neutral shards and then the kind related to the particular sphere of the weapon itself. Which means having multiple weapons of different spheres is probably going to be more efficient than focusing on a single one. At least until shards start dropping in greater volume. Let's see what this does.
The Taoists would be proud.
So that's grade 3 now. I would like to... I'll leave it. None of this defensive gear is stuff I want to keep, except for... all of the grievously wounded stuff is garbage for me. So this is alright. Doesn't cost too much to upgrade. Damage absorption increases to 10%. Endurance bonus increases to 1,000. And the limbic power improves? I don't know what that's supposed to be.
I'm getting good at this.
Braces of terror. Damage absorption. Endurance bonus.
Here, it's
Consumables, nothing for him to study. Equip glyphs. From the inventory or loadout screen, select a weapon and use the Add Glyphs option. A weapon can hold up to 3 glyphs, each unlocking a unique ability. Glyphs can only be added to weapons of grade 2 or higher. That last part I could have told you myself, but I think we all knew because we couldn't equip them before we upgraded them. Alright. We have neutral, so it has to be the one for healing. Perfect guard. Using endurance loss when blocking a hit. We'll go with that, and then Frightful Ambush. And then these will pop up on the L2 menu when we hold that button down. And we have this guy, and the only glyph we can actually equip to it. Well, we have these other ones. Do we really want the healing to be on that button? Healing from the inventory is down on the D-pad. The healing pulse is triggered by the right shoulder button. So yeah, maybe L2 and this bottom button is better for the heal. And then we'll have to keep that consistent with everything so it feels natural to use. Do that, and then that for this one. For some reason the heal isn't. So yeah. We only have one, so it can only be equipped on one thing. And we'd have to find another one in order to equip it on both weapons. That is unfortunate. If anything, I think the twin axes will be fine without it. To be perfectly honest, I'm much better with those than I am with this so-called pole arm. Okay, so maybe these car keys do go to the car we saw out there, but this video's gone on for way longer than I had intended, and I still have to record the next video. So we'll go out there after this and then figure out what to do from there next episode. For now, healing is on the pole, this supposed pole arm. Everything else. Yeah, let's actually put this up here. That's not the right one. Actually, oh, we can't put that on that button. Interesting. So, where there would have been a button on the right is where the dodge button is. That would have made putting recoil on there feel a lot better, because I would automatically think I want to dodge, use the skill that does the dodge on the button you use to dodge. Sort of a thing, right? Unfortunately not. And I don't want to put... I want to put attacks on that button on the left side. So I guess we'll go with a defensive maneuver on that button, which is used to interact with stuff, so there's nothing I can immediately associate it with. Alright, I guess that's it for this place. Is it really? I mean, aside from that down there, well, not down there specifically, the place under here, we have two more sets of switches that we need to find. And they have to be somewhere in this area. Anyway, as far as you and I are concerned, we're done here. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We will be back with another episode tomorrow. I have to record that now, by the way, so I don't have to do it tomorrow. Honestly, we got a lot of stuff done. Granted, we've spent probably 2.5 hours so far, and it didn't fly by, but man, I completely lost track of time, and I was really in it. Hopefully, next episode I can control myself and we can cut it down to about an hour, like it's supposed to be. If you found yourself here by accident, or you were maybe tricked into it by, I don't know, pixies, consider subscribing. And that's about all I think. And so, with all that said, we will see you next time.